Indiana Fever defeated the New York Liberty 102-88, ending their undefeated streak to start the season.
After taking 19 days off to recover and heal from injury, Caitlin Clark returned.
This was a huge game. Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham made their return to the Indiana Fever, and a lot of fans had been worried about the Indiana Fever because
Caitlin Clark returns after 3 weeks off with an injury, and she wasted absolutely no time reminding everyone why she's one of the most electrifying players in the game. But how did she go from sitting courtside to delivering a performance that ended the Liberty's undefeated streak? You have to see this for yourself. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
she went off last night for 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, and 7 3-pointers. Now,
New York Liberty with a phenomenal, epic, legendary performance, something that the WNBA has never seen.
Because they haven't been playing great over the past few weeks. They have lost some games that they shouldn't have lost. They are sitting at 500 on the season.
Picture this. The Indiana Fever were in freefall. Their star rookie, Caitlin Clark, was out with a quad injury, and it showed. Without her, the team had no rhythm, no spark, and most painfully, no wins. During her 3-week absence, the Fever struggled to put up points and fell to the bottom half of the standings. Even their usually feisty defense couldn't keep up when the offense was sputtering. Things went from bad to worse when their schedule lined them up against what felt like an unbeatable force, the New York Liberty. Now, let's talk about the Liberty. This team had been on an absolute tear. At this point in the season, they hadn't lost a single game. And it wasn't just that they were winning, it was how they were doing it.
Historic rookie season, and then coming back against the New York Liberty saying, no, I don't want to wait for Connecticut. Give me the best team in the league.
But obviously going into this season, a lot of us were anticipating the Fever to be a very dominant team.
And Caitlin Clark came and put on a show, 32 points, the Indiana Fever taking down.
Blazing, fast-paced play, crisp ball movement, and dominating inside and along the perimeter. Sabrina Ionescu and Breanna Stewart had become names that struck fear into most teams, even the fully healthy ones. But for a hobbled Fever squad missing their biggest weapon, let's just say no one gave them a shot. Not to mention, Clark's return was uncertain at best. Coming off a quad strain, the question wasn't just if she could play, but if she would still be Caitlin Clark, the human highlight reel that had lit up the court earlier in the season. Her impact on this team had been unmistakable before she got injured. Clark's ability to knock down deep threes with absurd accuracy had opened up the floor in a way that made the Fever competitive, even against tougher teams. But it wasn't just her shooting. She controlled the game, reading defenses like a veteran, getting her teammates in position, and delivering pinpoint passes. Without her, the Fever's fast-paced offense slowed to a crawl.
It was literally why we all fell in love with her exciting brand of basketball, style of play we watch, and we think we can't replicate.
The thing that impresses me most about her is her ability to step up in big moments. When the bright lights are on, Caitlin Clark is also on.
After nobody brings up the WNBA while Caitlin Clark's out, she's back, and so is the media talking.
So, the stakes couldn't have been higher. Could one player, coming off weeks of rehab, really change everything against the hottest team in the league? As Clark warmed up pregame, every eye in the arena was waiting to see if she once again had magic in her game or if Indiana's season was just about done. Spoiler alert? This wasn't just a comeback, it was a warning shot to the rest of the league. Caitlin Clark didn't just come back to play, she came back to take over. From the jump, she made it clear the Fever weren't going down without a fight. Her first quarter alone felt like something out of a video game. Logo 3, then another, and another. 3 straight bombs from well outside the arc sent the crowd into a frenzy, and you could feel the momentum shift immediately. That first one, 34 feet out, Nothing but net.
But now, she's back, and of course, they are back talking about Caitlin Clark.
If she was going to be up to full speed, and she clearly was. There was a point during the game where she had 3 3-pointers in 38 seconds.
Someone who's been around the league for her entire adult life, from college, playing ball, covering the league.
By the time she hit her third from deep, you could see the Liberty sideline looking stunned. Even their coach, Sandy Brondello, had that "how do we stop this" look on her face. But those were just the opening shots of what would become a masterpiece for Clark. By halftime, she already had 20 points and was controlling the game in every way possible. The Liberty tried to throw everything at her. Tight man-to-man defense, double teams, you name it. But Clark kept finding ways to make them pay. When the defense overcommitted, she dished out dimes to her teammates, threading passes through impossible spaces. By the game's end, the stat line said it all. 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, and 7 3-pointers. That's dominance.
Guys, she had been out for over 2 weeks with a quad injury, and some were wondering if she was going to have minutes restrictions, how much she was going to be playing.
When Caitlin Clark was out with injury, were they talking about WNBA on First Take? No. Were they talking about the WNBA on NBA Countdown? No.
Even Breanna Stewart, who's no stranger to incredible performances, seemed to recognize the moment. Cameras caught her smiling at one of Clark's impossible shots, almost like she couldn't believe what just happened. It takes something special to earn that kind of respect from someone like Stewart, and Clark delivered it in spades. And it wasn't just about the points. Her leadership turned this game into a total team effort. 5 Fever players hit double figures, and the team knocked down a franchise record 17 threes, the kind of output they hadn't come close to all season. Kelsey Mitchell, who had struggled early, came alive late, dropping 10 points in the fourth quarter with Clark's help. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. The Fever walked away with a commanding 102-88 victory, snapping the Liberty's unbeaten streak and making it very clear to the rest of the league, Caitlin Clark is back.
Caitlin Clark actually hit a 3-pointer on Breanna Stewart, and all she could really do was smile and laugh. Like, there's this funny interaction between the both of them. Where
the Coopers, the Catchings, the Maya Moores, the Diana Taurasi's, all the greats that came before her. For Rebecca Lobo to say, yeah, they've gone on streaks.
And these weren't just regular old 3-pointers. These were her signature logo threes from feet behind the 3-point line.
Caitlin Clark's return wasn't just about putting up numbers. It reminded everyone why she's the heartbeat of the Fever. Taking down the Liberty, a team that couldn't be stopped all season, wasn't just an upset. It was a message. The Fever can compete with anyone in the league when they're at full strength, and Clark's leadership proved how dangerous they can be moving forward. This wasn't just about one great night, it's about what's next. If this young squad can click like that against the best, what's stopping them? Keep watching, because this might just be the WNBA's team of the future.